down when you hear this flow. I come in peace, you ain't gotta fear this, yo. Metaphorically, you ain't how when this dick rolled. Not a drink this cold, never crack this code in my zone. Quick and then time goes slow. Peace in my heart and my mind, although I steer real clear of a vibe that's low. Got my hands on the wheel, keep my eyes on the road. Cause they can come from any direction, I'm a man. Focus is my only protection. If I can turn up, but I'm talking ascension. Cause I can't end up crashing at the next intersection. On another plane, and this ain't a game. Ace combat and hit the afterburners with this rap thing. I've been having big dreams, it's the homie QC. Hope the homie succeeds. Game time and I've been sick of sitting in the nosebleeds. Dotting them I's, crossing those T's. Walking that line, tightrope a few strings. Lace up these J's, I'ma give them what they need. It ain't really about the Nikes on my feet. Nikes or not, shit, my cipher's complete. Cause I step harder than the concrete beneath my feet. So lace up tight, I'm about to speak my piece. I get sick of talking all the time. The same old this and that. I see that bullshit on the rise. I'm looking over it. I don't hear no truth to all the lies. Them words are counterfeit. I speak my peace until I die. And they won't stop the kid. I get sick of talking all the time. The same old this and that. I see that bullshit on the rise. I'm looking over it. I'm gonna speak my peace, keep my peace, but look ahead and keep an eye on me. Not an ounce of hate, but that talk deceives. Old song and dance, got it on repeat. I'm the worst one at it, but I've been working at it. Lately I've been trying to tune in and lose the static. Procrastinated to proactivated, and my only hope is how long it's lasting. Cause I'm behind, now's not the time for the wasted words of the self-demise. Only make things worse, destabilizing that real production.
What's up, guys? What's up, Trey? What's going on, man? What is going on, buddy? What is up? Sorry about that. What's going on, man? So, we are going to dive right into this, guys. We're going to give you the pick'ems for week 2 of the NFL season. What's up, Trey? I see you in here, bud. What's going on, man? I see you in here. What's going on, buddy? Hope your night's going well. So let's dive right into this. First game we'll talk about is the game that's going on tonight, and that is the Buccaneers and the Panthers. And this is going to be an interesting game. This should be a pretty good game. I'm going to give the edge. I'm going to give the edge to this to the Carolina Panthers in this one. I think they're going to take care of business and beat up on the Buccaneers pretty good. Jameis Winston is not a good quarterback, and that defense that they have is suspect at best. And I think the Buccaneers are going to struggle to keep up with the Panthers. I think McCaffrey is going to have an absolute day. I would say he's going to have a day today, but it's a Thursday night game. Hey, Tinge, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for stopping in. Much appreciated. Yeah, so I think Christian McCaffrey's gonna have a night tonight. I think he's gonna feast on this Tampa Bay defense. I don't like Tampa Bay's D at all. They're just, to be honest, they're just an overall weak. They're just a weak team overall. They got a lot of work to do to get back to where they once were in the early 2000s. I am, Tange. I am. I am. Yeah, though I think the Panthers should win this game handily, though. I really don't have a lot of faith. Thanks, Tange. Thanks for stopping in. I really don't have a lot of faith in the Buccaneers at all. I don't. I think they're a long way off from where they would want to be, and I have no faith in Jameis Winston leading that team. None. I have no faith in them whatsoever. Their offensive line is not good either. Is not good. So they're I think they're gonna struggle against the Panthers D. Um, this game could get out of hand pretty quickly. With the way Christian McCaffrey's been running the ball and the way the Panthers have been have Panthers offensive line has been blocking for him, this game could get ugly early. Yeah, Trey, I'm taking the Panthers in this one as well. I am taking Carolina. Next game we got going down the line. Yeah, Karam, me too. Me too, man. I got Carolina handily. I think they're gonna take care of business pretty easily against Tampa Bay. I think McCaffrey's gonna go off tonight. I think he's gonna have a hell of a night. Next game we got the Cardinals and the Ravens. I Yeah, Karam, I would if yeah, I would say it is. At least if I was the Bucks, how much do you really trust Jameis Winston? I have no faith in him. He's shown that on and off the field, he's just a clown. So, I mean, I have no faith in him. Next game, guys, Ravens and the Cardinals. Cardinals got a long way to go. That offensive line for Arizona is terrible. They are bad. Kyler's been running for his life, and I think he's gonna continue to do so in this one, and he's definitely got some growing to do as a quarterback in the NFL. He looked okay last game. He looked okay. He made a lot of stupid mistakes, a lot of rookie mistakes. Let's just say he's got a lot of growing to do. Karam, I agree. I think Jackson will have a good week this week as well. That once again, Arizona just a weak team overall, not really strong in any real phase. I mean, they have a halfway decent defensive backfield, but their D line is not good. Team they got run all over last season. I don't see. Once again, I think the Ravens and Lamar Jackson are going to have another good week, and they should take care of business in there. They should take care of the Cardinals pretty handily, without too much of a challenge. Moving on, guys. Next game: Chargers and Lions. This is an interesting game. This could be one of those. This could be one of those upsets of the week games here. This could be a trap game for the Chargers. This could definitely be a trap game for the Chargers with no Melvin Gordon. To secure that run game and to lock, to make sure, to open the passing game up basically for Rivers. You're putting this game solely on Phillip Rivers and the Charger defense, which I think ultimately, I think they will get it done, but I do think that the Lions will put up a little bit of a fight. I think they'll put up a little bit of a fight. Chargers will win this game, though. They will win this game. Eckler would be an excellent flex play against the Lions. I just, yeah, like there's, without Melvin Gordon. Yep, that's right. That's right, Karam. That is right. There are no Hunter Henry too. That is correct. Completely slipped my mind. I completely forgot about that. That is correct. So this game might be closer than people think. This game could possibly be closer than people think. I'm gonna give it to the Chargers, but I think it's gonna be a lot closer than what I don't think the Chargers will blow them out, but I do think they'll win. All right, moving on. Colts and Titans. I'm gonna say the Titans take this one. They're riding a pretty good wave of momentum off of a really good start. Off of a really good start to the season in all phases of the game. So I think they'll and I'm not a big Jacoby Brissett guy. So I think the Titans will continue their winning ways and take out the Colts. So not too much. I really don't have too much to say about that game. And then this is another kind of so-so game. Bengals and 49ers, there's really not too much to say. 49ers, Jimmy Garoppolo has stated that he's still kind of working through stuff and switching up, and so if he's talking about switching up mechanics and doing this stuff kind of mid-game and during the season, that's not a good sign. Then again, though, I have no faith in the Bengals organization whatsoever. Andy Dalton is not the same player. The Bengals organization as a whole is bad. And I think the 49ers will get it done. Once again, that's going to be a close game, though. I do think San Fran will come away with... Yeah, but Karam, do you really think they can do that again? I don't think so. I don't think they can I don't think they're going to be able to maintain any type of consistency or anything like anything close to a I would be surprised, Karam, if the Bengals came out and looked as good as they did last week. I have no faith in that organization whatsoever. I'm taking San Fran in that game. Give me San Fran. Maybe not by too much. Maybe a touchdown. Maybe touchdown, 10 points. Next game, guys. Jaguars and Texans. The Jags and Texans. I am taking Houston in this game. I am taking Houston. If the Jags had Nick Foles, I would probably have to reconsider that pick, but since there is no Nick Foles and without Nick Foles and without a true quarterback, that I think Jacksonville is going to struggle. Jacksonville once again, I think overall this year Jacksonville is going to struggle again. I don't without a pocket passer passing quarterback in that offense, the style that the Jags run, they're going to have to lean on that defense every game, and I don't. And when they come up against some of these when they come up against these teams that match up better with them, it's I don't think they're going to go far. Yeah, Gavelli, the Jags are going to struggle, man. They are. They're going to struggle. I'm taking the Texans in this one. And I like how Carlos Hyde looks with the Texans. I think think he ran pretty well for them against the Saints. Next game, guys, Vikings and Packers, and I'm gonna take as good as that Packer defense looked. I am gonna and I say as good in quotation marks because nothing really stuck out to me against with the Packers D last week. They didn't do anything special. They ran into a Bears team who played horribly. So I am taking the Vikings in this one, and I think Adam Thielen's gonna have a day. I think Adam Thielen is gonna have a day in that game because the Packers to me are gonna be focusing on the home run hitter there in Stephon Diggs. So I think Adam Thielen's gonna get matched up with like a cornerback 2 or 3, and I don't think they're going to be able to handle Delvin Cook either. That's another thing. I don't think the Packers D is going to be able to handle Cook either. So I'm taking the Vikings in this one. So QC, if you're listening, I am picking the Vikings. Next game, Dallas Cowboys and the Redskins. All right, cool. How you doing, Daly? What's going on, man? So next game, the Cowboys and Redskins. Now I'm gonna say this: I hope the Redskins beat the Cowboys. I really do, because I don't like the Cowboys. So I'm rooting for the Redskins, but I don't think they're gonna beat the Cowboys. But I'll be rooting for them. I do think the Cowboys are gonna. I think the Cowboys are gonna take this game handily. I don't think the Redskins defense can handle Zeke and Amari Cooper together. They're gonna have to pick. They're gonna have to pick what they want to do. They're gonna. Are they gonna shut? Are they gonna shut down Amari Cooper and make sure that he doesn't have a game, or are they gonna put 8 in the box and try and stop Zeke? Because I don't think they have the personnel to stop the Cowboys. I just don't think they match up well. If you put Josh Norman on Cooper, then Zeke's probably just going to destroy. Like they just don't match up well. That's all I'm going to say. To me, the Cowboys they're just an overall better team. And both coaches are idiots, so that's null and void. You might as well. They're both just as stupid as the other one. So talent-wise, though, Cowboys take this one, and I think the Cowboys will probably come out maybe by 10 or 14, probably 14 points. They'll probably beat the Skins by 14 or 17 points. I don't think this one's going to be close. Next game, guys, Seahawks at the Steelers. This is Pittsburgh's home opener, too, so this should be interesting because they're going back home after being absolutely demolished by the Patriots. So this should be an interesting one. I'm actually gonna take the Steelers. I think they'll bounce back and have a good showing for their home opener. I think they'll run the ball with Connor. Ooh, Karam says Seattle. I think it's gonna be a good game though, but I think Pittsburgh's gonna. If Pittsburgh goes 0-2, they're in trouble. If Seattle beats Pittsburgh, they're in trouble. They're definitely in trouble. Pittsburgh, in order to win this game, needs to run the damn football. Run the ball. That's all you got to do. Run the ball, control the clock, keep Russ off the field. That is true, Karam. He can. And if one thing is true about the Seahawks, they and Russell Wilson in general, the dude always just finds ways to win. He just always finds ways to win. It doesn't matter how or whatever he needs to do to win. He's usually able to find a way to do it. This is a pick 'em, Blake. This is just going through all of them. So I'm taking the Steelers. I think they're going to have a bounce back game. I think Tomlin's going to pull his head out of his ass and actually use his running game to set up Juju and to set up some of the short dump offs to Connor in front of the linebackers and at that second level. And I think they're just going to let James Conner do his thing in this game. And Pittsburgh should win. At least that's what I say. Next game, Bills and Giants. I am taking the Bills in this one. I don't, especially if Eli plays, man. For all you Giant fans, I know there's a lot of Giants fans that watch my videos. I just, Eli just looks old, man. He can't. The biggest issue I have with Eli, and I think the biggest issue he's having now that he's older, I don't think he can go through his reads fast enough. I think he still knows how to. I still think he knows how to dissect the defense, and I think he knows how to find the right. Or I think he knows which guy is going to be open, where, and I think he knows how to identify. How to identify the mic and all the stuff a high-end elite quarterback knows how to do. I just don't think he can do it fast enough anymore. I just don't think he can go through his progressions fast enough. And I mean, hey, Purple Haze, hey, what's going on, man? Yeah, so that's my take on Eli. I think he's just. It's not that he's losing it mentally. I think it's just his ability to read the defenses has slowed down to a point where he doesn't have enough time to do it. The offensive line that he has can't give him enough time to read to make the right reads. And ultimately, I think the Bills defense is gonna have a pretty good day. The Bills D should have a pretty good day. Their front seven's pretty good. So Zeke, Saquon is gonna. This is gonna be a pretty good test for him too, because the Bills front seven can get at it. They're a pretty good They're a pretty good defensive line. So let's see if the Giants can run the ball. If they get Barkley going, if they get him rolling downhill, it's over. It's over. They'll win. But the key is they have to actually use him, and they have to get him going. They have to get the running game going for Eli to take pressure off of him. Even though he played pretty well, he did pretty well last game. He just looks slow. And against some of these better defenses that can get after it, and you're not going to have a lot of time to read the D. I think he could struggle. They're going to struggle. On a side note, I think we will see Daniel Jones at some point this year. Maybe I'm going to say week 7 or 8. There's a possibility where you could see Daniel Jones start a game. There's a possibility, at least in my mind. Next game, we have the Patriots traveling to Miami to play the Dolphins. And if Miami continues the way the way that they're playing, this game would be 59-0 at the half. Now I say that with some trepidation to it, because every time we fly down to Miami, the Patriots seem to lose their freaking minds, and Miami clips us, and we split with them, because for some unknown freaking reason, we don't play well down in Miami. Whether it's early in the season, late in the season, Miami's just a place where the Dolphins tend to clip us every now and then down there. It was and I really can't explain it why. I really can't explain why it happens. It just happens. So I that being said, the Dolphins are terrible. Are absolutely terrible this year. They looked awful against Baltimore. They could not get out of their own way. The Dolphins could not even get out of their own way. They looked bad. And usually, like I said before, usually games like this would concern me, but with the way that Miami looked last week, we're gonna go down to Miami and we should stomp a mud hole in them in that game. This game should not even be close. So I am taking the Patriots in a blowout in that game. I read it, Blake. I see what you got. You got Panthers, Bills, Cowboys, Lions, Vikings, Titans. Yep, I see it. I see it. Hold on one sec, guys. All right, we're good. Just had to check something for a second. But yeah, so I'm taking the Patriots. Yeah, I'm telling you, Karam, they should. Karam, they absolutely should beat the ever living hell out of them, down in Miami. But for some reason, Miami, we go down there and we lose our minds, or something stupid and weird happens. It's like bad voodoo down there. JNC No Limit TV says, go Vikings, Skull. I picked the Vikes to win this weekend. I did pick your Vikings to win this weekend, buddy. Next game, guys, we have the Chiefs and Raiders. The Chiefs and Raiders, and this game should not even be... This game should not even be close. The Chiefs should absolutely demolish the Raiders. I have the Chiefs winning this one handily, and I do remember the Dolphins' miracle play yeah, I remember that, Blake. I do. I am taking the Chiefs in this one, and it's not even going to be close. The Raiders don't stand a chance against that Kansas City offense. Even... Yeah, yep. Yeah, the Chiefs are just too much. They're just an overall better team. There's really not much to be said about that one. Next game, we have... Ooh, this is going to be a good one, guys. We got the Saints and the Rams playing each other, and I'm saying the Saints are going to get their revenge and they're going to win that game. I am taking Drew Brees, Sean Payton, and Alvin Kamara over Jared Goff, Sean McVay, and Todd Gurley. Quote-unquote Todd Gurley, because he's going to be severely limited this year, all year long, because he's got bad knees. So I'm taking the Saints to win that one, and that'll be a pretty good game though. That should be an offensive shootout in that game. That should be an offensive shootout in that game, because if the Saints continue to play defense like they played against the Texans. By the way, the Saints defensive secondary outside of Lattimore is terrible. Outside of Latimer, that secondary is terrible. I counted 5 times the Saints defensive backfield blew coverage. They blew the coverage calls, and nobody was even near receivers. So if they play like that, this game is going to be awfully interesting, like really interesting. But I do think the Saints will get it done, and they'll win that game. All right. Broncos and Bears. This should be a pretty good game. Hey, Chrissy, what's going on? Broncos and Bears. This should be a good game. I would hope to see a bounce back game from Trubisky because he played absolutely horrible against Green Bay. He was terrible. He played atrocious. So I wanna see a better game out of him. If he can kind of return to the form he was playing in last year, then the Bears should win this. Their defense is clearly better. Chicago's D is definitely better than the Broncos defense. That's a fact. But if Mitch Trubisky can return to form, the form that he was in last year, Chrissy, I didn't have any doubt that you would be doing that. Yeah. So if Trubisky can return to form, even somewhat close to the form he was in last year, Chicago should take this game pretty handily. The Broncos got issues, man. The Broncos got serious issues. They did not look good. They were another team that surprised me with how they just did not perform as expected. They got a lot. All I can say about the Broncos is just in all phases of the game, they got a lot of work to do. They got a lot of work to do. I am picking Chicago in that game. Next game, guys, we have Eagles and Falcons. The Eagles and Falcons. Karam, I want to know your thoughts on this one. Who you got? Eagles or Falcons? Because I think this is going to be a pretty good game. The key to this game is Eagles got to run the ball. If the Eagles can run the ball, they'll win this game. That's my take on that. If the Eagles can run the ball, they'll win the game. If they can't, then Atlanta's gonna beat them. So I don't know. That's gonna be a pretty good game. I'm gonna actually, you know what? I'm gonna take the Falcons to beat the Eagles. I'm gonna take the Falcons to beat the Eagles. I am gonna take the Falcons at home. Partially because I can't stand the damn Eagles. And I think the Falcons are going to play well at home. So, Falcons it is. Next game, we have Jets and Browns. And since Sam Darnold is not playing in this game, I am taking the Browns. Because they're not going to take getting blown out the week before lightly. And they're going to come and they're going to stomp a mud hole in the Jets. Without Sam Darnold leading that team, they are in a serious amount of trouble. And I believe Darnold's out he's out for like 3 weeks. 3 to 4 weeks, I think I heard. So they're going to be, they're in trouble. Jets, that just sunk the first quarter of their season. I am taking Baker Mayfield, Jarvis Landry, and OBJ in this one, and the Browns. And that, I believe, is it, guys. That is it. So, those are my Week 2 picks. Let's see. We'll see how I do. And thanks for watching. Much appreciated, guys. The game tonight should be kind of a shit show. I think Carolina is going to take this game handily. I think Christian McCaffrey is going to run all over that Tampa Bay defense. But I'm going to go get some food and get ready to enjoy the Thursday night game, guys. So once again, thanks for watching. Y'all are awesome. Rum Boys Northeast, Butchers Block, and Patriots Talk. I am out of here, guys. Peace.